Okay, we are at airport, starting new journey. Cool. Whew. It's a lot of people. So we're going to Phoenix, Arizona, US. Today is first day of our trip and we have a flight. Okay, now it's time to drop our suitcases and go there in a US port entry straight. We'll go there. It's a US port entry. Okay, finally we got through all control and checking. So now we're running to our gates. It's like 30 minutes left before flight. Yes. And all a little bit.
We have only 20 minutes.
20 minutes, okay. And plus we have to visit some lavatories. Bathroom lavatories.
Really
yeah,
badly.
It's extremely busy. Saturday morning, early morning, but a lot of people. And a lot of people going to Miami.
Miami, Las Vegas, Phoenix,
Yeah.
I don't know why, what the hell is that?
Yes, and we have a gate A12. Oh, we were close actually. It's A10, right? Oh, sorry.
What's that? What's
812.
What do you mean, well, that's the, oh, it's Miami, okay.
Yes, 812, Alec. Go ahead. Okay, finally we boarded. Now we're in a plane and 17 minutes before flight. Airport Pearson outside. And all stressed out. And we're going to, because we're all kind of late. First time, like, this is kind of late.
Plane will be leaving in 12 minutes. I just get to my seat, okay? I just put my in seat, okay?
Yes.
12 minutes, never happened like this. Okay, so I don't know if you mentioned, we're flying Porter Airline, Canadian Porter Airline. I love Porter, okay? So, and they claim they have a bigger leg room. Sure, see? Bigger leg room. Okay, this is leg room. I think it's
Yeah,
enough,
it's
right?
good enough. Yeah, it's good enough.
What economical, but the most important thing why I choose Porter, because it's 2 seat each, 2 seat, nice
Yeah, nice.
Brazilian made plane, Embraer, and for me the most important thing is to be 2 seat. So we're gonna sit together, and I'm gonna
Nobody
hold
else.
you, and I'm gonna hold your hand, and nobody will be with us. It's me and you, and only you.
Okay, good.
Only you.
We're still boarding.
Safety procedures. Passengers wearing headsets are kindly asked to remove them for the duration of this demonstration. Au nom du commandant de bord et de l'équipage, bienvenue à bord de Porter, verrouillé, en position verticale, et votre bagage à main rangé de façon sécuritaire. Vous pouvez maintenant utiliser vos écouteurs et petits appareils électroniques, pourvu qu'ils soient sécurisés et en mode.
Okay, we're going right now on a special spot here. It's going to be de-icing.
Usually like 20 people, they climbing on a plane and scrapping the ice from the plane.
They're gonna, like, I don't know, spray something.
Spray, I can hear it. See? land, and it's a Navajo and Apache reservations.
This is line is a border Apache reservation.
Plateau surrounded by mountains.
Downtown.
Downtown,
Okay, now we in a Phoenix airport. Finally, after 5 hours, we landed perfectly and going to get our baggage.
She said something 5, but I want to say thanks, Porter. Very smooth flight, very smooth flight. Almost 5 hours. I didn't feel anything. Nothing.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
I'm afraid that it's in the end of the baggage claim.
Baggage claim, yeah, straight. A lot of people, it's busy, right?
Yeah. Busy, but kind of different than Miami, let's say. Or
Yeah.
another airport.
At least it's not humidity.
No, it's not humid. Yeah. I don't know. It looks nice. Yeah.
And the pounds, 3 pounds.
3 pounds. I would say clean. Nice people. Nice, interesting people. Yeah.
So now we're going to take our baggage, and after that we will go to rental
And the rent will get
rent
the
car. Yeah. And we're gonna drive to Flagstaff. It's about 2 hours to drive from Phoenix. Okay, I see they're ready for Christmas. But it's a Christmas, it's like really like South Christmas.
Yeah, but it's a desert. It's a cactus.
Cactuses, yeah.
Cactuses.
Okay. We have to keep going on the left.
Yeah.
Left, left, left. Okay. Keep going. So we got our baggage. What's happening? Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you close
Let's.
completely?
Yeah.
Because it was open like this. You sure it opened completely?
Let's check. Going to Sky Train. Let's see. Yeah, keep going.
I
Yeah.
feel lots of sky. I
Yeah.
feel it's the south.
Mm-hmm.
It's completely different than Florida, Miami and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's less humid, way less humid.
One more step.
Please hold on. This train is bound for Terminal 4, East Economy Lot, and 44th Street Station. Next stop, Terminal 4. Next stop, Terminal 4.
So finally we got place and we're going to pick car. I don't know which one, but we will see. Where's Fox? Alec, I sure we will just where's Fox? On the left? Do you know where's Fox? Okay, thank you. Hello. So here you go. Okay, and where's car? Where's car?
Spot 68. Just right over
68.
here. Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
yes.
And how to return, guys? We have to drive all the way here, right? So it's
return?
yeah.
Yeah, you'll see it on your way out, and then it's also on top of your contract.
Mhm.
That's the drop-off location, right here.
Okay.
Just put that into Google Maps. It should-
Mhm. Okay, thank you. 68, right?
I didn't hear.
68, right? Okay, so here is looking like no choice. We have already our car. Oh, wow! We have a Volkswagen.
68.
Yes. Is this one? Yeah, Volkswagen.
Did you?
I don't know how it's working actually. I have to. We have a German car. Okay, let's
Let's
explore. Yeah.
Okay, so this is airport on the right side. We just left, and it's Phoenix. And we're going to hit the road to our destinations of Flagstaff. Yeah, Flagstaff. We're gonna stay there because it's closer to Grand Canyon.
In 2 miles, use the right 2 lanes to take the exit towards South 32nd Street East University Drive.
I don't know. I have kind of butterflies when
Quarter mile,
I'm kind of
merge onto
person of
I-17 north.
this one kind of I don't know, landscaping and everything.
You mean you like the desert?
Yeah, desert and palms and cactuses.
Less
everything.
humidity,
Yeah.
sun,
Sun.
heat.
Mhm.
Me too.
It feels like a lot of spaces, right?
Yeah, it's flat. It's absolutely
a lot of
flat.
spaces, wide roads.
And palm tree everywhere. Palm tree.
We're still in the Phoenix, trying to get some shopping store. I can see Walmart is here.
Use the right lane to turn right, then slide left.
Yeah, usual. Okay, thanks God.
Slide left.
Yeah, we can cancel this one.
In
And
Forward.
yes. Oh God. Just maybe a little bit there. Yeah, because it's here. Just a little bit like this.
So the Walmart in Canada and the United States, it's #1 store for price-wise. It's the cheapest, and quality is good. But if you want to go, I'm talking about the grocery shopping. But if you really want to do something extra quality, go to another stores. But it's acceptable quality, acceptable. Okay, so we live in Phoenix and we heading to Flagstaff. Flagstaff, it's 2 hours driving, and the reason why we're gonna drive there because the hotel is quite cheaper, but the most important thing, it's very close to Grand Canyon Village, and we're planning to visit Grand Canyon through Grand Canyon Village, so that's why we headed there. And I would say we have to hurry up because it's already 4:30. Sunset is it's 5:15, which is like less than an hour, and it's gonna be dark in the desert. So let's see how it's gonna happen. Flat, but I can agree. It's big, very big spaces, very spacious, like huge spaces. So and no grass.
Yeah, I can see on the hills and this down hills or hills a lot of cactuses.
Yeah, we have to get closer there because they're just standing like a tree, like a regular tree. Yeah. Wow. Yes, I can say the weather here can be very harsh. It can be -3, -5 with flurries, and road can be slippery. So just it's not like Arizona desert and it's always hot. No, it's even snow sometimes. So
Look at this one. Wow. I love it. I want to touch them. I don't know, maybe they are poison.
I wouldn't do that.
This is beautiful.
That's the beauty. Look at this. This cactuses everywhere. Yeah, it's quite empty. But roads are very, very well maintained. It's very good roads. Excellent condition.
Okay, sun is going down.
Yeah. Sunset will be in 20 minutes. And we're gonna drive all the way in the dark. For now, about 95 miles, so plus 80 miles, 100 kilometers probably will be in the dark. We'll see. That's it. That's your favorite part, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's getting darker, darker, and darker. grass. Way less grass, and I don't see any cactuses, by the way. Yeah, so it's like in Las Vegas. See? Oh, there's a village or some kind of town, right?
Yes, it sounds-
Down in the valley.
Yeah. I can see it's a big one actually.
Fort Verde State Park. Yeah, kind of like a weird thing. It's getting darker.
Yeah, 45 minutes left until Flagstaff.
And sunset was 10 minutes ago.
50
Montezuma Well.
miles.
Montezuma Well. Yeah, it's almost dark. It's okay. What, 50 miles until Flagstaff, and we will be resting in our hotel, which is Days Hotel.